any of your time, but today we're going to be analyzing simply just two pairs. We're going to be trading with Alpha Markets. This is the best broker that I recommend. You guys know that I always love you guys and I recommend brokers that actually work out for you. So in terms of the previous broker and the previous videos, you guys simply can just like make sure that you're trading with Alpha Markets, which is the best new leading broker right now. I found out that the spreads are actually crazy, and that on fundamentals they actually like really give you no off codes. Like it really doesn't give you any off codes. Anyway, you can deposit and get your money withdrawal like within 24 hours, right? So this is Alpha Markets led by Jason Noah, the best and only. That's why I even joined, because like there's extra security behind it when there's actually a face behind the brand. You see it. So yeah, guys, make sure to click the link on the description below. Register with Alpha Markets, get your documents verified, trade, and ensure that you fund bigger amounts so that you can have bigger profits, guys. It's time to buy limbos this year. Let's stop these 0.01s and actually head to 0.05s or more. So without further ado, let's head down to the market breakdown, right? So it's a Monday today. It's currently like the 1st of April. Shout out to my brother, it's also his birthday. Shout out to Tuso. So as I told you in the previous videos, that I only analyze currency pairs using like two time frames, right? Which is the 4-hour time frame and the 1-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, which is to see the market on a bigger scale. The 1-hour time frame to also see the market on a bigger scale. But that's where I'm basically gonna be entering. Not to say that the 4-hour time frame you can't enter. If we see an opportunity on the 4-hour time frame, then we can enter, and that simply just means that our profits will be bigger since the time frame is bigger, right? It's like a daily time frame. Imagine entering the market on the daily time frame in terms of buys, when the market, we can obviously see that it's an upward movement, right, which is about to break, or which just broke below this candle right here. Before this previous candle that's currently running, right, we can literally see that it's breaking this candle right here, and if it closes below the trend line, that means we're heading for sales. So imagine if you're heading for sales right now and actually entering that sell right now on the daily time frame with your risk to reward ratio of 1 to 3, or if not 1 to 3, where your trend line first touches. That's something that I also just figured out this week in terms of my trading skills. So trading skills you learn every day, guys. It doesn't mean that once you have a strategy you should stop learning. Figure out the market, because the market changes daily, guys. So yeah, as I was saying, your profit is take profit is 1 to 3, the risk to reward ratio is 1 to 3, or where the trend line first touches. So on a daily time frame, if you can have this, to be honest, you can still enter now on the daily time frame your USD. Yeah, you can enter now. If it was me, I'd wait to enter. If it was someone else, they would simply just wait for a retest right here for the market to come back, and then they would head up and take the and take the trade, right? But for me, guys, I'm a risk trader. I'm not a risk and aggressive trader, so I prefer even entering from now here, right? That's why my stop loss, it's 1 to 3, or a little bit above, actually not a little bit, on the market's previous low, right? So I mean previous high, sorry. This is the market's previous low right now. It hasn't created a high, but my stop loss will be at the previous high, right? So that is because I know that yes, it is gonna, even if it does retest, I'm still here on my stop losses, but I know most definitely that the market has changed direction, so it's gonna hit down. But as for me, because I'm a aggressive trader, basically I'll just enter right now, looking at the market to just completely melt down. Even though I know it won't completely just melt down, it will probably give us like lower highs and lower lows. At the end of the day, I know I'll take my trade right here. So that was just an example, guys. That is not actually it was an example. Yeah, you can take a trade. I would take a trade if I were you guys, but I'm done for the day, so I'm okay. All right, cool. So right now, let's start off with Usdjpy, guys. Like I told you that like I only use the bigger time frame, 4-hour time frame, to basically see the direction and see where I can enter. But a lot of the time, I know people use daily time frames to see the actual overall movement, which is also not wrong. Just depends on what you prefer. But if you're going in terms of my trading skills, I use the 4-hour and the 1 hour for for entries, right? So on the daily time frame, for someone who's using the daily time frame, like I said in the previous videos, you're looking for touches on the wicks, right, on the current direction of the market, right? And then we only take a trade on the third touch on the trend line of the market. So first, we're drawing trend lines to actually observe in which direction is the market overall heading into, right? So we can see from here that like the market is straight bullish, right? We can see that the market is moving in an upward direction because it just came back from a downward direction, right? From these from this long, short position right here. Now it's heading for a long position. So in terms of trading, I really wouldn't trade on a daily time frame unless we saw a perfect opportunity like the one in the start of the video. But in terms of trading opportunities here, we just confirming that, okay, you know what, I am strictly looking for buys. I'm not gonna head against the market unless I'm going for short-term sales, right? So we can see that we have 1, 2, 3 touches on the market, right? So this is not a, yeah, it is a touch. We have 1, 2, 3 touches on the market, so it means that on the daily time frame, should I have seen this third touch on the daily time frame, I would have entered right now, and my take profit would be 1, 2, 3 with risk to reward ratio, or at the previous higher high, right? Because it's an upward direction. So in terms of Usdjpy, I see that like we're going into buys, into long-term buys. So let me scale down a bit to the 4-hour time frame, and let's basically see what's happening there. What's the current movement right there? Because we have the overall movement, but what is the current movement, right? And then we're going to use our 1-hour candlestick, not candle, yeah, 1-hour time frame to basically enter, right? But before that, from this I can already see that, you know what, I can basically just start placing my support right here, because I can see that the market has been, even though it's a Monday, from that previous week we've been rejecting, right? So there's times where, yes, the overall market direction can be bullish, but you can see that like it's been like trying to break this zone over here, right? That's basically our support. It's been trying to break this zone over here, but it's failing. It failed 1, 2, 3 times, and it might fail again, right? So this is basically when you can like that. This is basically when I wait for the market to actually play out, you know. So market, what are you giving me? Like I can see that below that I can create a zone right here, right? This zone basically right here would just like confirm on my side that, you know what, the market is heading for it's heading to reach this target over here, just so we can have another touch, right? So meaning we'll break here, giving us a sell, right? So if it breaks, for me, I would wait. In terms of support and resistance, I'll just wait for it to break the support right here, come back and retest, and then I'll take my trades up. So basically, if I could draw it out, I'd head for something like this. Where's that pin? I'm looking for that pin. Give me a second, guys. Oh, here it is, the brush. So basically, I'll look for the market to shoot up here, come retest, and then head up, give us higher lows and higher highs, right? If so, if not, I'd rather stick much safer to this zone right here, right? And then I'd know that if it breaks right here again, I'll wait for a retest, and then I'm looking for lower highs and lower lows, right? So that's basically what I'm currently waiting for, because in terms of how the market is moving now, this is called consolidation, right? So you basically can't enter any trades at all because it's really consolidating, right? It's consliding, right? So even if you could draw your trend line, we can try to draw a trend line already, and then we'll see that there's basically nothing happening into the market. So my trend line won't even touch any wick, because from this point right here until here, there's nothing happening. I don't even have wicks on this candle right here. I don't even have strong enough wicks that are touching my trend line. So we can see that nothing is happening. Yes, we do have a potential movement in terms of the trend line. We can see that the market is heading up, but to be safe, because the current movement of the market is currently consolidating. Let's wait for it to break this zone right here or this zone right here, and then we'll take our trades. As soon as this zone breaks, remember, aggressive trader like me, I would take my buys, but then my stop losses would be exactly where I know it will come back, but a little bit further, so that it doesn't take me out, right? So again, if you're not an aggressive trader, you'd simply wait for it to retest and basically take in your trades. And then same thing with our sells right here, but remember, these are short-term sells because it's only going to sell up until this touch right here on the daily time frame, right? If it does sell right on this daily time frame, and then I know that on the daily time frame basically, but that'll be like after ages. It's still, the market still won't like reject heading to this trend line right here, because this trend line, remember, is the overall direction. So even if it does pass here and give us sells, we call this short-term sells because we know overall we're moving in a buy movement, right? So that's what we have for USDJPY, right? Let's move again to the 1 hour time frame. I didn't see any movement, and we didn't the market is consolidating right now on the 4 hour time frame, so we are more likely to get the same thing on USDJPY on the 1 hour time frame. So there's nothing that we can do here, even if we downscale. So we're waiting for that major break, and then that's when we can see when to enter, basically, in terms of time frames, right? So that's basically it for USDJPY. Now heading down to Euro USD, guys, we can basically start with the daily time frame. From the daily time frame, let's just confirm the movement. One logical thing that I should know is that if USDJPY on a daily time frame is heading on a buy movement, I should know that the opposite of USD should move the opposite direction that it's currently moving. So here, overall direction is currently heading in a buy, so here it should be heading in a sell since it's opposite, right? And that's exactly what we're getting right there, right? We can basically see that the market is heading in a downtrend currently in the daily time frame, right? If you draw your wicks right there, if you draw your touches on the trend line, you'd see that you'd have more touches on the downward, the short position. Sorry, the English is getting to me. Then touches on the sorry, you have to draw, then touches on the long position, right? And remember, like we started off, because we did start off on USD, we can already see that there's a break of the buy trend line, right? So this basically, I told you guys, confirms that like we are selling. But with any pair, the opposite of the first pair that you analyze, it should go the opposite for the pair that you're currently analyzing. So we can confirm from here. Remember, I said I would enter, some would wait for a retest, but we can confirm that on a daily time frame, this thing, if it closes today, which is like in 2-3 hours, if it closes today like this, then we can take our sales. So tomorrow in the signal group, I am gonna send out sales, right? And then if we head down to the 4 hour time frame, by the way, if you're interested in my signal group, details are below. Just click the WhatsApp link and then I'll add you guys. I have free signals available and VIP signals available, right? Okay, so like I said, we're only looking for sales right here. We can see the market overall is heading in a downward position, right? So we have 1 2 1 2 3 4 touches, right? We can see that it just broke here on the 4 hour time frame, but on the daily time frame it didn't break. But you remember, risky traders like me right now, what we would do is simply just enter right now. So I would enter this short position right here, and then on the previous lower high is where my stop loss would be, and then my take profit would basically at the start of the buy trend line, right? This trend line right here, right? Or I would use a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 3. That's basically what I'd do. I'd enter now as soon as this video comes on, or I'd wait for a retest. Why am I waiting for a retest? To be safe. Some people are not aggressive traders, so to be safe. Where's the market gonna retest, do you ask? It's right here. Let me just look for that triangle. Oh, here it is, right here. Basically retesting to give us what, a lower high, so that it can give us a lower low. The lower high should be predicting around here, since this is the previous lower high. So the market always comes back to its previous lower high before it gives us a new lower low, right, in terms of the downward movement. So this is what we're expecting for the market to shift up and come right here. So we head down, you can still enter. You can see that on all candlesticks, on all time frames, there was a solid entry. But if you're looking for the perfect entry, then you can basically just use the 1 hour time frame, and then as soon as the market comes on this previous lower high right here, which is a little bit down on the downward trend, on downward movement, I mean on the sorry guys, but yeah, which is a little bit on the 1 hour time frame, the lower high is a little bit shorter from unlike the 4 hour time frame. Hopefully you understand. So if we're getting you guys lost, so I'm expecting the market to do this. Let me just look for that pin. I'm expecting the market to just like come back here, give me the touch here, and then continue moving downwards, right? So yeah, this is for the whole week, and I think if it moves like this, I think by NFP time we'll also be selling, right? Because remember, we analyzed it from the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, Euro USD for NFP, I can already see that I'm going to be taking sales, right? If the candlestick breaks and closes below this trend line, right? So yeah guys, that's basically it for Euro USD and Usdjpy. That's my market breakdown analysis. So let's just wait for the movements. Like I said, consolidation on Usdjpy, and right here you can enter now or just wait for a retest, and then you're in, guys. So hopefully you guys have a profitable week. Remember, we're trading with Alpha Markets. The link is in my bio. If you want signals and mentorship and everything else, the link is also in my bio, in my description as well. Follow me on all social platforms and stay updated. Cape Town, I'm coming on the 5th of April to trade NFP live with you guys. So we'll be on rooftop on Bree at 12 o'clock until late. I will have MT performing as well. So all you have to do is make sure that you have an account with Alpha Markets under my link, or if you already have an Alpha Markets account, just make sure that you fund a minimum of like 500 Rand or more, guys. And yeah guys, catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys had an awesome day. Shout out.